Let's check out this Temple of Gainz Multiflight machine. This is a super specialized piece of equipment. We want to go through it, see what it's actually good at, what maybe it's not quite so good at, and find out ultimately, is this the right purchase for your hard-earned cash in your home gym?
Massenomics.
Today's video is brought to you by Gym Radar, our new website totally focused on the home gym community. Gym Radar lets you create a profile for your gym, upload photos, and build a complete equipment list. You can browse other gyms, leave reviews, and see what equipment people are actually using. It's free to join. It's built entirely around the home gym community. Visit gymradar.com and get on our radar today. Now we're going to check out the old Temple of Gainz Multiflight machine. This is V3. You can see up here they call it the deltoid variant multiflight on the placard. I think on their website they actually call this specifically the Selectorized Standing Multiflight Machine version 3. We're going to give you the Massenomics review of this, but if that's not good enough for you, if you think we're too biased, which we're not, but if you think that, go over to gymradar.com. That's our website. It's a whole home gym community tool that we've built over the last year. We're pretty excited about it and we want you to check it out. You can look up this Temple of Gainz Multiflight machine on there and see what everyone else is saying about it. What's the community say about it? Right now when I looked, this is owned in 20-some gyms on Gym Radar. I think it's the number 9 most owned in the machine category for home gyms actually right now. And it's had about 10 reviews. And overall, it's been given a 4.95 out of 5. That includes a 5-star rating from Basement Brandon even on that one. So high praise on this. We'll see when we get done. Maybe I'll give it my Gym Radar rating. Like, does it on the 5-star scale? Where does it land? Does it meet the 4.95 expectation from Gym Radar? Check it out on Gym Radar though. It's a cool tool. Let's jump into the machine though. Enough of this horse hockey. Let's talk about what this thing actually does. You can see on the placard again, it advertises it does chest flies. Oh, actually here, look, primary gains, secondary gains. It shows you on which one's gonna be the primary and secondary. So primary is gonna be your pectorals and your deltoids. But it says you do chest flies, lateral delt raises, front delt raises, single armed, unilateral lat pullover. Interesting diagram art on that one in particular. And then the rear delt raise. Now I'm going to be the voice of truth and tell you which of these you're even going to mess around with on this machine and which ones don't waste your time.
The cheat sheet.
Yeah, the cheat sheet. Before we did the demonstration, I just want to show you what the adjustments. This is an intimidating machine.
There's a lot going on.
This is an intimidating machine. One other note, I talked about it. We also did a review on the leg extension leg curl machine of theirs. This comes in the Indiana Jones Ark of the Covenant box. It's in a whole bunch of pieces. It's all packaged really well by the Temple of Gainz group. It takes a long time to unpackage. It takes a long time to put together. This took me 4 hours to assemble. Ooh. And I'm not an idiot. And it took me 4 hours to put together. I had no problems. The instructions are awesome, but it takes a while. Be prepared for that if you buy it. You're probably not going to plan on putting it together and using it the same day because by the time you finish putting it together, you're like, I don't want to look at that thing anymore, at least not for the next day. But so you get it put together. Luckily, the instructions are really good because it is kind of a confusing, complex machine. There's a lot of cable routing on it that you'll see, and it's not all that intuitive of how this works. So I'll go over the adjustments of what it actually does. The main thing is this rise. And this is basically weightless. And that's basically weightless because of this piece right here. When I say it's basically weightless, this thing weighs like 90 pounds. It's extremely heavy, this mechanism. But because of this actuator, it actually takes all the felt hand weight off of that thing. Be careful when you put this thing on. Okay, one other piece of advice. This says we strongly encourage 2 people for the assembly of this. It also said that for the leg extension, leg curl. I'm like, nah, I'm a man. I'll put this together by myself. It was fine. I did put this together by myself. If you get this together by yourself, kudos. Because there's a couple steps like putting this on. If you can do that by yourself, you're dumb like me actually if you can put that together by yourself. Okay, so the main movement up and down, and I think in V3 they actually added this has double the adjustments. I think they shortened up the gaps so you can get more of a minute adjustment. It now has 30, I think.
Oh, it's got west side spacing.
Yeah, now we have the west side spacing. Louis Simmons, this is exactly what he imagined when he thought about how it would apply to the Temple of Gainz Multiflight machine. See, the first thing, the best exercise, I'm going to cut to the chase. The best exercise with this is the, what do they call it? The lateral delt raise, the side raise. That's the best use of this machine. Nothing else is as good as that. In order to do that, you want to adjust this so that these are roughly shoulder height. That's your good starting point. You might find an adjustment between there where you want to put that, but that's roughly shoulder height on that. Then the other major adjustment on this that we haven't talked about it is on these dials. This is confusing. The numbering convention on this is confusing.
This threw me off a little bit when I thought I forgot how to count for a minute.
You go -6 to -1, and then of course numerically up all the way to 6, and then back down. So you peak at 6 and then go back around. And it can throw you off at first.
For a minute because I'm like, the 4s aren't matching up.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 4s, and you got to be aware of that.
Once you get used to it, it's not a big deal. But so I'm going to put these at a 2 to do my side delt raises. And one of the ways I like to adjust it is I just straight up grab the dial. You can adjust by moving these, just like that.
Just really force it into place.
I just bully it around. Like, ah! Okay, so I'm actually I changed my mind. I'm gonna go on 3. It's giving a bad demonstration again, but, and then I wanna put this one to 3 also. Okay, so I'm even at 3. Make sure those are even. I'm about shoulder height, and then this is my favorite exercise like I talked about. Right here. This is the sweet spot. And I gotta tell you, I could do those all day, but this feels better, and the opinion of everyone I've talked to at the gym, this actually feels better doing that than doing it with dumbbells or doing it with our cable. We have really nice cable towers here. This does feel better than that.
I agree. I did this a little bit before this, and I agree. It does feel good.
It does feel better than that. This is a gym full of lifters, and their opinion is this does feel better than that. The question is, on if you want this in order to do that, how valuable is that exercise to you? That's not a primary movement I do, but I will say now that I have this, I'm going to do them a lot for a while because it does feel awesome. So I don't know, that's the what you weighed out. I think this machine costs about $2,200. It's not inexpensive, but that movement feels awesome. So what other versions of this have we used before? At Juji Mufu's house, we used the Panada one, which is probably a $6,000 machine, I think at least. We've gotten our hands on a previous version of this. We've also at Los Campeones in Sioux Falls, where we have a gym tour, Arsenal. They have the Arsenal. It's not a multi-flight. It is literally only does this one exercise that I just showed, although that's my favorite exercise. That machine is very good. This feels just as good though, in my opinion. So for the primary movement on this machine, which is this, I believe, the side delt raise, it's an A+. Like, it's S tier for that movement, I think. Like, you're not going to do anything that's better than that. I would note, just so you know, these are the upgraded handles that I got. Otherwise, it comes with, like, the black rubber handles. These knurled aluminum ones are upgraded. Also, I have the upgraded aluminum pulleys.
Because you can't get strong without those.
Yeah, that's the only way we can get strong. This thing is smooth as butter, too. No matter what movement you're doing, the pulleys and the weight stack, you don't even realize it's there. Like, you feel none of the function of that machine when you're utilizing it. And the strength curve, if we want to get into that, is completely smooth. Part of the reason these side raises feel so good, it's very similar and very smooth all the way from here to here. Like, it just feels the same. Whereas when you use a dumbbell, everyone's done that exercise before, it doesn't feel quite like that. Now the stack on here, this has the same freaking stack that the leg extension leg curl on that Temple of Gainz machine has. And I've been critical, slightly critical of that one on the leg extension. I think a lot of people know that you're going to be able to max out the leg extension function of that. I actually had someone make a funny comment about the weight stack on this one for the multi-flight here, that they go, oh, Temple of Gainz, you didn't have to do me dirty like that and make the green go all the way to here.
I was using it earlier, and I was on the 22, which is the second pin, and I thought, boy, I don't need to go a whole lot heavier than that when you're repping this out.
Yeah, let me try the 55 here for the side raise, which is the best exercise on this. Yeah, I can do this. You know, I could do this for a set of whatever. Let me just go a little heavier for the sake of this. We'll go to the yellow. Like, can I go to the danger zone at all on this?
Approaching it, yeah.
And I probably can, but it's going to get like not a functional movement at a certain point. Yeah, I could knock out some work at this, but not much more than that.
Yeah, you got a lot of stack to work with.
Yes, there's a lot of stack to work with. What else does it advertise it can do? Is say you can move this stack down a little bit. I'm going to move the machine down just a little bit. Says you can do these front raises like this. Sure. I mean, sure you can do this. I wouldn't. It's a waste of my time in the gym, honestly. There's just better exercises that do better things.
Like you're just saying that movement in general, is that what you're getting at?
It feels like a little restricted by it. I could adjust this more, and it just at that point, I don't know. This single arm stuff on it just doesn't feel that good to me. Whatever. If you like it on there, great. It's just not what I think the machine is best at. What else do they say? The unilateral lat pullover. Yeah, you flip this around. Let me just quit talking about the crap that I'm not that excited about. Let me tell you what I do like. Now I'm going to completely move this dial. We're going to go all the way.
Wait, are you getting inverted?
Yeah. I was inverted. The Temple of Gainz was inverted. All right, we're going to go to this -6 position so that basically these arms, that one folded in on me, but so these arms are up like this. You can also adjust how tight this is of how much you want these arms to be able to move. Like, I've got them pretty comparable so that they both move fairly easy. You could tighten that up so they don't move quite as well. But my second favorite exercise on this is this, the chest fly. And you can do this a little more weight than you can on the side raise. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. I didn't talk about this piece yet. The headrest being adjustable is an upgrade to the V3. So on the chest fly, you might end up using that if you want, but let me demonstrate the actual chest fly. And you can get creative of how much you're leaning over or not and find what works for you there. But
how much of that head pad you want to use?
Yeah, range of motion is pretty good on this, and the feel is pretty good. I like that exercise. I've actually done it several weeks in a row now since this has been set up. I do like that exercise. Is it revolutionary in comparison to a cable crossover chest fly? I don't think so, but it is another variation out there. The one other slightly different exercise that I do like with this, I'm going to move this back. We'll just go right there. Move this to match up. And then I'm going to drop the whole thing lower and reduce the weight. And then I'm going to use this head pad for realsies. And this is the rear delt raise. And this is legit too. That's a good exercise. Those are the three. Everything else, sure, maybe you'll find out different creative things. You got this in a home gym. You don't have as many options as I have here. You might get more creative. If you're going to spend that much money on it, you want to get as much utility out as possible. But those three, I just want to tell you real talk. If you get it, I can promise those 3 lifts will feel good. The rest of it, up for you to decide.
Can we talk about the footprint for a minute here?
Really good idea, great perk, especially if this is in a home gym. It's a couple feet, like literal bare feet. It's 2 feet depth is all. And then this way, because of the way these are angled out for stability, it's 4 feet wide this direction. But it,
as far
visually,
as specialized machines in a home gym go, it is compact.
And I just have it thrown right here. Someone asked me, where are you going to put it? I'm like, I'm going to put it right here. It's not in the way of anything. It doesn't take up hardly any space. And not bolted down, it's very stable. I was actually kind of concerned about that in the process. I'm like, do I need to bolt this one down, put anchors into the concrete? And I'm pretty comfortable with it not being bolted down, honestly. It's pretty solid as is. It's also a great use of this. I don't know if you saw this over here. It's a great holder for Massenomics drink spotters. Damn. Oh my gosh, it's a powerful magnet. I hope that snap transferred over on the video. Whoa,
Yes, it did.
Snap. That's it on Multiflight. Overall, I like it. Very smooth. I really like it for a couple of exercises. You got to make the decision to get in a home gym. Is this right for you or not at the price point? Up for you to decide. I would say don't just take our word for it though. Look on gymradar.com. Seriously, see what people there are saying about it. I checked out what people were saying about it before I spent money on this thing.
We even have an affiliate link in there too.
Yeah, we do have an affiliate link for basically, for Temple of Gainz and pretty much every other equipment company that you could think of. What I really want to know though that I haven't decided yet, I haven't figured out or heard for myself is, Tommy, do you think you could get strong with the Multiflight from Temple of Gainz?
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, we're getting super strong on this thing. Check us out at Gym Radar. YouTube-wise, we occasionally throw in the equipment review like this. A lot of times we're going around the entire country touring gyms. So if you got a cool gym and you get it on Gym Radar, we might just find you, and who knows, whether you want us there or not, we might show up at your doorstop next. See you at your doorstop. See you for our next video.